Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, Junk Monster 3. And yeah, like usual, you can't see anything. So we'll do something like that instead, so you might be able to see something. Let's see. Now, that's a weird intro, but yeah, this is a little bit of a delayed video. This is going to be the top 5 of the month for the month of July. And the reason why I haven't uploaded that many videos lately has been because I've had some terrible headaches from time to time. I mean, in these recent days, so to say, it's been really frustrating because it's been like a really aggressive type of headache, which is yeah, that's really the reason why I haven't had any energy to do that. I've basically just been trying to recover from that. So yeah, but anyway, this is going to be the top 5 of the month for the month of July. Also, I will have to point out that I'll probably try to make another like top 10 video or like something else in the near future, because it was a while since I did something else than just update videos and top 5 of the month. So yeah, let's begin right away with the top 5 of the month. So at number 5 we have uh, Jackie Brown by Quentin Tarantino. This is one of the few Tarantino films that I had not seen before. But this is, I mean, even though I would say this is probably one of his weakest films that he's directed, I think this is still a really good film. But out of the ones I've seen, this is probably my least favorite one. And this doesn't really feel like your typical Quentin Tarantino film, because I think this was based on some sort of novel or a book, I believe. So he didn't really have that much of his own things to do with the film. I mean, the storyline isn't really his, if that makes any sense, or like the original story. So, but this has a really amazing cast in it as well. It has Pam Grier, Samuel L. Jackson, Robert Forster, Bridget Fonda, Michael Keaton, and Robert De Niro. Uh, I really enjoyed Samuel L. Jackson in this one. He had some really funny dialogue as well. I mean, even though this is more of a drama thriller type of deal, this still had some really hilarious and funny moments in it. So, yeah, Jackie Brown at number 5. Now, the next 3 films, or at least the next 2 films on this list, is films that I don't have in my collection. These are the ones that I watched on TV. So, but these ones are probably gonna be on my wish list of films to get eventually. So, yeah. At number 4, we have Les Diaboliques. I'm not really sure how you pronounce that, but if you don't know what film I'm talking about, I'm probably still gonna put the list in the description eventually. So yeah, but this is a horror film from the 50s, a French. I think it's a French horror film. Yeah, not Canadian. I think it's French. About this principal that just has all these. Damn, sorry. This principal that just has all. He is a really rude asshole. Basically, he treats the teachers there really shitty, and he he treats the kids there pretty bad as well. So there's many people that tries to, they're kind of like fed up with him. So this I think it's his wife that just wants a divorce from him, because she also teaches at this school, and she wants to get rid of him, and she eventually does. But then she isn't quite sure if he's dead or not yet. So I mean, that's the whole mystery to it. Is he dead, or is he not, or is this just some sort of hallucination that she has? So I think this is a really tense and atmospheric horror film. So if you haven't seen this one yet, definitely pick it up or try to get a hold of it at some point. Yeah, I really enjoy this one. So yeah. By the way, I forgot to say that I gave Jackie Brown an 8 out of 10, and Les Diaboliques I gave 9 out of 10. And at number 3, we have a film called Into the Wild, directed by Sean Penn. And this is also, I believe, I think this is based off true events as well. And I really like the. This is basically about this guy that decides to just abandon society basically, and just go out in the wilderness and just live on his own in nature, and just survive out in nature in general. Because I think he's sort of like tired of his like typical ordinary life, so he just wants to explore nature in general. So he pretty much just disappears one day and decides to, yeah, go out in nature. And even though this might sound like, oh, this is going to be really boring, it's just going to be him walking around, but I think the performances by all of the actors involved in this, that it's just great in my opinion. And Hal Holbrook also shows up in this one. I mean, he doesn't really have that big role in the film, but his performance in this one was really, really great in my opinion. Yeah, really great drama film and a pretty sad story as well. So yeah, I can't complain too much about this one. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for Into the Wild, and yeah, this is on number 3. And at number 2 is a film that I do know for certainty that I have in my collection, but I just couldn't find it. I just looked around everywhere basically, and I couldn't find it anywhere. But I do know that I have it because I keep track of the films that I buy, and I just put them in like a list of films, in like a list on IMDb. So yeah, but at number 2 we have Casino from 1995, by Martin Scorsese. I mean, some of these films, it just seems like I don't really need to talk that much about because it seems like most people have probably watched these movies already. So yeah, but your typical crime drama gangster type film, about Robert De Niro's character. He has this casino in Las Vegas, and there's some really sketchy business going on behind closed doors, so to say. And I must say that I really liked all of the characters in this one. They did a really amazing job, but my favorite one in this one is probably Joe Pesci. His voice and his acting and his violent behavior in this one is sometimes really, I mean, it's really like dark comedy from time to time. I'm not sure if it's meant to be funny or not, but I thought that was really funny. So yeah, Casino at number 2, and that was another 9 out of 10. So a really good month. Yeah, the month of July. At number 1 is another film by Martin Scorsese, which I think is a little bit better than Casino, and the film is Goodfellas. And I've had this in my collection for quite some time. Never watched it, but I know people have said to me, you need to watch this like ASAP, because this is one of the best movies like of all time. Um, Once again, quite similar to Casino. Maybe I should have watched those so close to one another because they were quite similar, and Martin Scorsese really knows how to make these type of like gangster or like drama films in general. And once again, this is another one which I think is based on true events, and it felt like they really did a whole lot of research when it came down to the characters portrayed in this one, because I did recognize one of the names of one of these gangster, because one of this gangster, like this mafia guy, he was called like Francis or something, and I have heard about that name before because I think he was involved in the production of the horror film Mausoleum. I think he was some sort of like producer. I'm not sure how that was. Maybe like financed with like mob money or something. But yeah, this movie. I mean, this movie has probably been talked to death already, so I don't really feel the need to explain a whole lot about it. But once again, this is sort of like the same thing with Casino. Great portrayals by all of the actors included in this one, and once again, Joe Pesci. I mean, he plays a very similar character, like he did in Casino. So I mean, it's quite similar in that aspect. But I really like the voiceover from Ray Liotta in this one. He did an amazing job as well. So yeah, Goodfellas, classic film. This is like a really old DVD, by the way. This is like a snap case, and it's also one of those earlier like DVDs which had the flipper thing that you actually had to flip the disc halfway through. So I thought that was a little bit charming to it. But anyway, that's it for the top 5 of the month for the month of July. Keep your eyes open for the next video. I'm gonna try to make another like top 10 list of some sort. Not really sure what that would be, or maybe I will continue with the cover art videos as well, like movies with amazing cover arts and whatnot. So yeah, anyway, keep your eyes open for the next video, and I hope you enjoyed. So yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.